Or is that blab off?
Blab. Oh God.
Houston, we have a blab. Hey, good morning, everyone, or good day, everyone.
Good day. That's right.
Because you may not necessarily get to listen to this when we broadcast. You may be listening to this another time of day. So we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to join us anytime, anywhere.
Silly me decided to record this at 8:30 every morning.
And I agreed. Crazy, I know. But hey, we are passionate about helping, share things that we can do in our personal lives or professional lives as a business owner to generate media. And one of the things that Marion and I love to do is support others in developing their story, their message, their media in words, images, audio, or video, any one of those formats that you decide you want to tell a story in. We want to support you in developing, methods, and also sharing some of the things that we are finding in the market today, and explain them, answer questions, discover more about them. If we haven't heard about it, we'll go figure it out. And Marion did a great presentation yesterday. Tell our Blab listeners about some of the buzz that you created yesterday about the business.
Well, first of all, if anybody doesn't know who Russ Johns is, I got to tell you a story. He said, if you know about something new, we'll go investigate it if we don't know. He doesn't, that doesn't happen. Okay, once since I've known him for years and years, and only one time did I say, hey, have you heard about this? And he said, no, what's that? One time, okay? He seems to be on everybody's beta list of new things to test, so he's pretty knowledgeable. If you have any questions about something new or something upcoming, or you want to talk to him about beta testing your new product, he's the guy.
Well, I'm pretty curious, so and I'm easily distracted. So I love going in and investigating new stuff, and
I love that about you.
You said it the other day or something. I have a knack of knowing what to do next.
Yeah.
In software.
One of your companies is called Next Step Next.
Yeah, what's the next step? And so it's interesting to watch technology as it develops. And we were talking the other day about audio and how voice became an application. I watched it develop over the years, and now voice is an application. You get in your Gmail and click Hangouts and have a conversation, or you even go to Facebook. Have you used the Facebook phone connection yet?
I have. The FaceTime?
Yeah, FaceTime.
I have. I've called people and FaceTimed by accident.
But it's not FaceTime on Facebook.
Right. It's probably they're using Skype.
It's Messenger video or something. Video call.
I have. It was an accident. I'm like pocket dial, and all of a sudden somebody's looking at me on the phone. I'm like, hi.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and it's funny to see how things develop over time and watch it. And I'm fascinated with Blab. I didn't send you the link to the gentleman that shared the Blab from the Blab headquarters.
No, you didn't. So you asked me a question, and I so rudely interrupted by telling him how great you are. But you said you wanted to talk about the presentation that I did yesterday.
Yeah.
So before we get into that, but don't write that down, because I do want you to share not only the book that you shared with me, but also the Blab that you had, where they actually took us on a tour. I'm sure that everybody would be interested in that. That's it, because this is brand new. It's still in beta, and they're making changes, and they're listening
every day
to what we want.
Yeah.
That's what's really cool about modern technology today. It used to be that you couldn't really communicate with anybody. There was always a gatekeeper and the gatekeeper's gatekeeper, and then you can't, try to get in to see the powers that be. You don't even know who they are. So today you can actually tweet them and get on Blab and meet them and, get in their hot seat. It's just it's fascinating.
Well, it's a completely different model because, with large companies like, Microsoft or IBM or Dell or, these large organizations, they all started out as a single idea and they grew very huge. And I think in the technology arena right now is, and one of the things that I heard Blab mention is they want to stay as a small company. They want to stay small and nimble, and they want to be able to produce some really great. They want to produce really great products and really great services, and so you have access to those folks. And what is also taking place, and I call it the makers movement. In fact, I see a book over here, Makers by Chris Anderson, and it's called, it's about the makers movement. Like the 3D printing. And
will you type that in the chat room? I'd like to get that book or read that book.
Yeah, check it out. Makers.
Yeah. So yesterday our training was on creating a buzz for your business, and really it was all these different things that you could do inside your website, outside your website, online, offline, all these different things. But what it really boils down to is what we're talking about today. Using the technology that we have available to us to the best of your ability, to what makes you feel good, right? Because if you do something that doesn't feel good or is too complicated or it feels like work, then you're going to stall. You're not going to really do anything with it. It'll just cause stress. So don't even do it. Focus on those things that really make your heart sing. Like Russ and I, we just go with whatever we want, right? And it's just wonderful. We just go with modern technology that calls to us, like video and audio.
We're having fun. I mean, we're doing what we love, so it makes it a lot easier.
But some people don't like video. They're shy.
Well, you were shy the first time you thought about video, right?
Oh, goodness. I was petrified.
Or public speaking, or...
I was petrified. My knees were knocking. But I still wanted to do it. That's what was so weird about it. I kept trying.
What was the feeling you had with being on video? What was the fear and what was the feeling of moving forward?
I don't know that there were any concrete thoughts about it. I just knew I was nervous and my knees were knocking. And I got to tell you a funny story, and I know we're on the record, but please don't say this to anybody out there in the world. I was on a radio show with Pam Terry, who's the Houston area director for Powerful Women International. And she called me and said, I'd like to do a radio show with you. Now, this is many years ago.
Okay.
And so after the show, she said, Marion, I said, I'm so sorry. I know I was really nervous. I probably sounded really, really nervous. And she goes, actually, I thought you were having sex. I was so out of breath. I was like, what?
Oh, that's why I love Pam. It was so funny.
I was just nervous, but I got over it because I really wanted it. I wanted to be able to share and express my thoughts and feelings about the business I owned, thoughts and feelings about, my personal, because I have MarionLaSalle.com, and that's pretty cool to me that I can talk about anything, business or personal there.
Right.
So I wanted it.
So the desire exceeded the fear. When your desire exceeds your fear,
right,
you move forward, right? Because opportunity is right outside your comfort zone, right?
That's right.
All right, cool.
So have you ever been afraid to do anything, Russ?
Well, after I fell, I was afraid to climb ladders more, but was I ever? Yeah, my fears. Well, my darkest fear is probably, it has more to do with relationships and love, breaking up or leaving a relationship or, something along those lines rather than a physical fear. I've never been afraid of technology. In fact, just the opposite. I've been more fearful of not knowing than I've been more afraid of, okay, if I can't figure this out, what does that mean? What does that say about me? And it's like, I get frustrated when I can't figure something out. And I'm not the brightest bulb in the room either. And sometimes it takes a lot of hard work to figure things out. Um, you know, I mentioned a show the other day that I was watching, and I don't want to get into the show. However, this guy is really, really good at a certain thing, and it has to do with technology and how, you know, everything's a problem. You just figure it out. You just have to figure it out. Software is ones and zeros. And once you figure out what the software is asking you to do and what the engineer designed it to do, then it's pretty simple. Until then, it's, you know, it's just a process of eliminating, okay, well, what is it doing and what is it not doing? So it's kind of fun to go through and do that, in my opinion. But yeah, I have a lot of fears. I started performing early as a musician on stage. So video or audio, you know, I worked for radio stations and been in broadcasting for years. And that didn't, I mean, it's kind of strange because I'm kind of neutral about it. I'm not starstruck over meeting somebody that's in broadcasting, and I'm not scared to be involved in it. So it's, but I really get excited about creating infrastructure that allows it to happen. So.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because if you were to have a camera on me and watch me meeting one of my idols or meeting one of my mentors or meeting somebody big, you know, like you would say, a star, you would think, oh my God, Marion's starstruck, like when I met Jamie Tardy. But I don't think it's that. It's that I'm excited about how I'm going to feel and what I'm going to, you know, create with them. I get really excited, easy, as you know.
Right.
And so it's not that I'm fearful of meeting somebody famous or anything. I don't get that kind of nervous. I get excited.
Yeah. Well, everybody has a different emotion, and it's really cool. And that's what I love about people is, you know, everybody's different. And I love understanding what drives them and, you know, what motivates them. And just like here, what is it going to take? What is the trigger that is going to get people excited about what we're doing in Future Media Association, which we really haven't even talked about yet, is, you know, we're out here putting programs together that will help others learn how to get their own story out. And everybody's at a different, you know, to me, it's all about the journey. You know, you're along this path and you're going to a certain place, and some people have goals and some people have a mission and they're really driven, and other people may just be casually cruising along and not necessarily, you know, as motivated or excited about doing one thing or another, and they just show up at work, and that's fine. Everybody, you know, whatever they're doing is whatever they're doing. However, we believe that the tools that you have the opportunity to have, you know, we want to share them. We want to be able to answer people's questions, and if they're stuck, that's where we want to help, you know, because everybody, you know, we all get stuck. You know, I bounce things off you all the time. Say, okay, what do you think? And that's why it works, because, you know, everybody is kind of at a different place, you know, and if you have somebody that you can talk to or say, I'm not sure I understand how to do this. I need some help. And once you get to the point where you can ask for help and have a comfort zone around that, it's much easier to move forward.
I learned that so long ago. I can write something, and if I have one person look at it, then they see it in a totally different way, because they didn't write it, so they're looking at it from a different lens, a different viewpoint, and they can pick something out, like, you know, that sentence doesn't quite make sense to me, or, you know, you misspelled organization, it's ZA.
Right.
I'm like, oh well, the program that I use doesn't have spell check. Duh, what's wrong with these developers? You know, everything should have spell check. I don't worry about whether I'm spelling something right.
Exactly.
But I do. I love having to work with other people who are interested in what I'm interested in, and I'm interested in what they're doing, and we can share, helping each other get over a little technology glitch.
Yeah.
Right. And that's all it could be. Or proofreading something we read before we send it out. You know, we never want to wait until it's perfect, because then it'll never go. But if you just...
Yeah, we can't wait on perfection, because...
No.
unless we're going to Mars or someplace like that, where we really have to have a surefire way to get there.
So we are calling out for experts all over the world, and we're having them come into Future Media Association because, just like we said, when you have other people involved, you get new ideas.
Yep.
You can, rub elbows. You can work together, joint ventures. You can help each other. It's really cool. So if you know any experts in words, images, audio, or video, please let us know. And you can go to Future Media Association, and there's an expert application. They can just apply to become an expert. And then guess what? You can learn from them.
Yeah.
And we can learn from them.
And we have a lot of videos that are already loaded up for our members. And it's really, I'm just excited about the whole possibility. And years ago, I did a membership site for audio for Pro Tool users, and I got up to, I had a fair number of members, and it was a great time. And then, then I moved to Houston and lost contact with a lot of the studios up there and in Seattle. And I was really excited about the possibility of doing a membership site with you down here and getting members in and building a community and talking about technology. And so this is exciting stuff for me. I mean, this is really, it's fun to watch this kind of just the seed of an idea just kind of develop over time and see what people are looking for. So it's going to be quite a journey here. So we want to invite you along for the ride and make sure that you're available and answering questions and getting engaged and involved. And does anybody in the group or anybody here have any questions at all? I mean, any any questions out there? Crickets.
Yeah, no, everybody's shy. Everybody's shy. So let's talk about the video that you have. It's actually a replay that you wanted to share with us. If you can put the link in the chat box, that would be awesome. If you can't, I understand. We'll get it to us some other way. But I would really like to see that. It's all about Blab and meeting the people who started Blab, and they actually take you on a tour. And when Russ told me about it, I was excited to hear more about it.
Let me look that up before we leave.
I appreciate that.
I'm going to see if I can't find it.
I do. And then don't forget that by becoming a member of Future Media Association, you have so many opportunities to learn what you want to learn, because we take direct requests from you, the audience, and we want to find out exactly what it is that you want to learn. And then if we don't know that, we go and find the expert for you. So you can be assured that they're going to be top notch, and we really enjoyed them, and you can understand their training. We ask for a minimum of 20 to 30-minute training, and it's in our membership site. You can watch it over and over and over again anytime that you like.
Yeah.
So people like David Kokel, who is a videographer and teaches video for business owners. He's from Wisconsin, David Kokel. He's one of our trainers. And Tracy Haynes is coming up next week. He is going to be teaching us on how to develop products using audio, which I thought was awesome. I can't wait for that training. Actually, I wrote that name down. It's called Claiming Your Authority Using Audio. And even if you're not in Houston and you want this training, you can go to Future Media Association and watch the video over and over and over again anytime that you want. He is 6'4" and full of ideas and excitement. He helps people with their authority, no matter what their niche is. He got our book. I have our book right here. He got our book to international bestseller within a month. I couldn't believe it. Lone Star Media Leaders. And there's me right there. And where's Russ? Right there. Right there. Dr. Joe Vitale, the owner of Public Speakers Association. And there's Tracy right there. So anyway,
a fun journey.
He's going to be he's going to be our instructor next week. Like I said, if you're not live here in Houston, don't worry about it. There's plenty of replays, and you can find out how to develop a product using your voice.
That's pretty cool.
I know.
And I put the in the show, in the notes here, a tour of Blab HQ, behind the scenes at Blab with Jed Record. So Jed was over there, and it's a pretty cool place. If you have any curious, if you're curious about Blab and the organization at all, go watch Jed's recording, and or watch the replay of his recording and see what you can see in the recording that piques your interest, and come back and let us know what that looks like, because I really want to be able to find out, from you guys, what is exciting about it.
So what Russ is talking about is he put a link in the show, in the mention over here in the chat room, about a tour that Blab gave that they have recorded, and you can go and watch it. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited to see it. He said they take you on a tour of where their offices are, and they tell you all about their thoughts about Blab. So I'm really excited about that. So hi, Ben. And let's see who else has come in. Diana, hey, feel free to pop in our little seat here. We'd be happy to meet you and talk with you. And Paul, if you're overcoming your shyness, come on in. We'd be happy to have you right here in the open seat. Come on, Ben, you can do it.
Follow them. Enjoy the.
Yeah. So we're here every day, weekday, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 to 9, and that's Central Time. I know right now I think we're on Daylight Savings Time, but anytime on Central Texas Time, as I like to call it. And we'll talk about anything that you want to about creating media, whether it's audio, video, it doesn't matter, images, words, whatever it is that you want to talk about, or the tools that you want to find more information about, just let us know, and we'd be happy to do that. And we'll even create a training around it if you want to be trained in something. All you have to do is let us know.
Maybe we can join, have a session on Blab.
Sure. So we just got a question. What is our show about? Our show is about using technology in your business and personal life, using the tools and the training that you can get for your business and your personal life, and using those to spread your message out to the world using media. And so creating images, creating audio, video, you name it. If you want to create it with modern technology, we're going to have the trainer that will teach you how to do it, or we'll have the tools to share with you. And you get to tell us what you want training on. We have a site called Future Media Association, and all you have to do is become a member, and you can watch all the videos anytime that you want. And you get to tell us what you want to learn. It's a win-win-win.
And we have a blast doing it. And we also have a Facebook group that we can actually interact and engage in comments and questions, and a late night happy hour Q&A every Tuesday. We get on and we use another technology, Zoom.us, that allows us to have up to 25 people in the group. And, we really have some interesting dialogue on Tuesday nights. So it's always a fun time to get in that conversation. So plenty of ways to connect with us.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's fun. So if you're in the Houston area, please look us up. We have live training every week. If you're not in the Houston area, you can also join us online at futuremediaassociation.com. So until tomorrow, we'll see you again.
Thanks, Marion. Enjoy the day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.